Hey guys, it's me. I'm going to be doing a time-lapse tutorial of Freddy Krueger's makeup. This is kind of my own, DIY thing. You could also use it for like Deadpool. It's pretty much the same thing that I do for either or. The colors just get kind of changed around a little bit. The material that you're going to be using, I'll be showing you in just a second. Nothing super expensive. The two biggest things that you're going to need, they're most expensive, are the Freddy Krueger sweater and the fedora. You can get both over at Spirit Halloween or, in my case, Party City for under 40 bucks. The only expensive piece of equipment that you'll need for doing this, if you go with the liquid latex route, which I'll be doing today, is a hair dryer, and you can get one of those over at like the dollar store for like 10 bucks. Most makeup that I have that you'll be seeing is maybe around the $2 to $3 mark for individual cream vials, and then maybe like $5 or $6 for the little pallets of grease paint. But all in all, it's not a very difficult build, and you can do it at home. I'm doing it at home. It won't take more than probably an hour to do, especially if you're in your rhythm and all that, which this is part of the reason for the tutorial, because I'm out of my rhythm with doing makeup for this year. So with that being said, I'll switch back over to front-facing camera, and I'll show you some of the stuff that I'm going to be using. Alright guys, so this is the stuff that I got for right now. The only thing that's really missing is makeup sponges, which I don't believe I have any more of, but you can substitute that with just a rolled up piece of paper towel or toilet paper, which I'll probably be doing. That way, if I saturate it a little bit too much, it'll be used in the makeup. We got, like I was saying, a few colors that we won't be using at all, but yeah, it's all up here, or for the most part. Injury Stack from Spirit Halloween will cost you $8. This stuff can last quite a while depending on how much you use. I got some Scar Putty, which you could also use as well for this. You can not even go with the paper towels, but you would have to seal it with liquid latex. Anybody that has a liquid latex allergy, I would not recommend doing liquid latex, because who wants to have a swollen head or go into anaphylactic shock? So, one other thing I have is just a cheap mirror. I think I got this from the dollar store or something like that years ago. To hold it in place, I just throw it in a toilet paper roll and it's good to go. These are previously bought Spirit injury stacks that just keep being used and reused, and I buy more when I need to. Some more and some more. There's probably like 3 or 4 years worth of injury stack right there. And then you got your cotton balls. You can use this too for the liquid latex to dab on. And you can also pull these apart, make your base for your scars. That's pretty much the gist of everything that you need. These stippling brushes here, they're good for blending in your makeup after the fact. Also, sometimes if you need a kind of a rougher texture with your liquid latex, it can be used to be applied on, but you can ruin those pretty quickly. One tip I would recommend if you're going to be using a brush or even makeup sponges is using just a little bit of dish detergent on the brush or sponge or whatever you're going to use. That and keeps the liquid latex from saturating the material, and it makes it last longer, so you don't have to throw away one after another after another after another. All right, so with that being said, we'll get this show on the road. All right. Alright guys, so got the layers of latex and everything on. Uh, all I used was cotton balls, liquid latex, and some toilet paper, as you can see. I got a pretty good coating. Uh, didn't have all the supplies that I needed, so you saw me using my finger to put on the latex. That's why some of the coverage isn't really as good as it could be. But you know, for what it is, it's you know, good enough, and I'm sure you know, the finished product, once I put the uh, color on and everything else, will look pretty decent. I mean, at least for, you know, uh, Halloween party, costume contest. You know, I mean, we're not going screen accurate here. I mean, it's interpretation, and you know, I'm going off of memory basically. You know, you just want to make it kind of scarred up. You know, deep pitted areas and everything. You can, like I said, use this for Deadpool if you want. You know, maybe not go as extreme with the, you know, deepness and all that, but you know, it's you know, work in progress type of deal. So the next thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be using grease paint or cream makeup, and I'm going to be putting a layer on completely. And I'm going to be using the latex because, as you can see, it dries basically clear. It gets a little yellow, um, but it's transparent, so it'll actually provide a seal for the grease paint, and then I can build layers on that without it muddying up the previous layer. So it's good for like some of my other costumes that you've seen, to you know, just make it nicer, sharper, glossy even. Some of my costumes are very juicy looking, and that's because the latex provides that sheen that you see. And I mean, you can use baby powder to matte it up so it doesn't get so glossy. It also helps to keep the latex from sticking to itself. And it looks like I got a little latex in my eyebrows. You know, my eyelashes. Yay, fun times. That's gonna suck. But yeah, so our next step is gonna be to use this stuff and provide a base coat, put more latex on. Then our next coat, probably gonna be doing some kind of a earth, or not earth, skin tone for the first layer. Probably use maybe not this new thing of it, but that kind of beige base. And then we'll use some reds, some blacks, maybe some orange. You know, if we want to get really like, you know, gooey and whatnot, maybe we'll use a little bit of that yellow there. Who knows? We'll see how it goes. All right. Alright guys, so as you can see, I got the first 2 layers on, put latex over both of them. Now we're going to use stipple brush, or stipple sponge, and we're going to try to blend some of this stuff in. I might use some blacks or maybe some browns or something like that to get rid of more of this white, the paper and whatnot. I can't really tell, it's so washed out on my phone right now if that's all paper or if that's liquid latex. I would imagine it's mostly liquid latex because I think I got a pretty good cover over most of what I had done. But yeah, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna use some blacks, maybe some browns, something like that to kind of start blending things in. We'll see how that looks. All right, so here we go. Alright guys, so that's basically it. I'm gonna go throw on the costume real quick and you can see how it looks, and you know, any questions, comments, concerns, shoot me a comment. I'll be happy to try to, that's my ability to answer it. Alright, cool. How sweet. Alright guys, so that was the tutorial. The last thing that you have to do at the end of the night, usually, and most of the time it's usually when you're drunk, is take off the prosthetic. This shouldn't take too long to do. You're probably going to have, well, hopefully you won't have too much makeup on your skin. Red can be a pain in the butt to get off sometimes, but we put the makeup on after we did the latex and everything, kind of like underneath my eyes and around my mouth. That might get a little red underneath the neck because I wanted to blend it in a little bit with the Freddy costume. Obviously, I didn't go overboard. I didn't do my whole head. I didn't do my ears. I didn't do my neck. If I was going to a party where there was going to be cash prizes for a costume contest or something like that, I would have done all the way down to here. Probably would have been a little bit more intricate, but this is basically just the bare bones how to do it. One thing to remember when you're ripping up the paper towel, you don't want to just take off a square and put it on. I know you probably saw in the video I did that a few times. That's because I really either forgot or just didn't bother to do. You want to rip off the edges so you don't have a clean straight edge. The human eye can pick up non-natural shapes really easy. That's just how we are made. So doing that, it actually helps blend in the material, and you can see after enough makeup and whatnot and latex put on, you can't even really see where one piece starts, one piece ends. Most toilet paper has ridges and whatnot. If you do use that, toilet paper that I have has kind of up and down lines. I use that kind of like along the lines of the fibers of your muscle tissue. So you want to have it all uniform. You don't want to have crisscross because that's something else your eyes can pick up. Also, and I forgot to do this before the video, so if I start screaming, you know why. Got some latex in my eyebrows. Not good. What I normally use is some Vaseline on my eyebrows to make sure that I don't rip them off in the process of taking off the prosthetic. Or, even better, is using a pre-made prosthetic over the eye and eyebrow area and then gluing down either toilet paper or using just adhesive to use that, or whatever you're going to do, but it keeps the eyebrow and keeps the eye and eyelid area clear of any damage from adhesives or latex. So, without any further ado, you can watch me possibly go into pain taking this off. Not very difficult to do. Generally less painful than taking off a Band-Aid. Any of you fetish people out there, can take this off easy enough and you can use it a second time. You just clean up the edges afterwards and then blend it all back in, and you can reuse a latex mask that you made for less than the price of a store-bought mask. And it doesn't hurt any more than taking off a Band-Aid or something along those lines. Right now I'm getting to my eyebrow. You can feel, yep, there's definitely some latex in the eyebrow. We're going to come back to that spot. Sometimes this can help exfoliate too, ladies. So if you decide you want to do some extreme Halloweening, and you don't even have to do this extreme. I can do another video anytime really, and I can show you how to make a cut, gash, a wound. You don't even have to use liquid latex and whatnot. I've done a wound on my brother because he didn't want latex to rip up his arm hair, just by using a little bit of makeup, some ingenuity. And it works pretty well. So we're, I'd say, about 70% done now. Coming down to the eyebrows again. Oh, this is gonna suck. Really don't want to pull out my eyebrows. At the nose bridge, up and around it. Oh, we're just stuck on the eyebrow right now. Oh, there's one eyebrow, just about. Oh, there it goes. Alright, that's one eyebrow done. This is why you make sure you use Vaseline or some other thing to keep latex out of your hair, especially your eyebrow and apparently your nose hair too, because ow, that kind of sucked. Almost done. Last little bit. Oh dear God. And I didn't lose too much eyebrow, so that's good. And now I got myself a mask, and I can reuse this. You can see backside. You just throw it back on, put a little bit more toilet paper and liquid latex down, or mask adhesive if you prefer to use that, and then just blend it in the way that I did with just putting latex and grease paint on again, and it works out pretty well. I've done this with a couple different costumes, or a couple different masks that I've made when I'm in a pinch and I don't have any ideas as to what to do, or you know, just comes down to, you know, time. Takes only a few minutes to glue this back on and then blend it back into your neck and, you know, sides of your face. My cut off face guy, that was reused quite a few times. So yeah, that's it. Again, any questions, comments, concerns, you can shoot a comment. I'll try to answer them as best as I can. But now I got my Freddy pizza face mask, and when I get some actual good sponges, I can actually make it blend it in real nice. Because I mean, you can see there's a lot of spots that are not exactly covered. So yeah, talk to you guys later. Bye.